How are you? It's Anthony Gray of Grayscale Painting. What you see before you is painting that I've started looking at someone else doing their live tonight. And just for me, just to be occupied, I started to sketch out something and then paint it while I was listening to them. So that's what you see up there besides the back of my head. All right. This is 12 by 18 inch watercolor paper, double layered watercolor paper. It's just two sheets of watercolor paper glued together. All right. Up here is just glycerin and white paint mixed. I taped off half and I did the clouds real quick. Then I put in the multicolored fall looking hills, but I mixed in the same blue into the orange and the red and the yellow. It gives me that kind of muted color going on. Then a little bit of burnt umber and probably burnt umber blue for the dark trees here. And then I mixed a bunch of umber and blue and green for the blocking out the grasses, and a little yellow and white for some of the highlights. A little bit of dark blue over here, which will represent the shell of the barn a little bit later on. All right, so I did majority of the painting. All right, the colors you see here is just titanium white, umber, probably phthalo green, cad red, cad yellow. Not too many colors, because all I'm going to do really is probably play around with a few trees, probably some land over here. Once I take the barn off, I masked the barn. I did a little more detail with the barn also. So I should have changed the camera lens to bring you a little bit closer to the barn once I start doing it. If I feel like I'm going that far with it, I don't know. I'll probably put some fence posts in here. There's gonna be a few pines in here, and, all sorts of things. I'll try to get it to look pretty busy. So we're gonna get started. Really, I'm going to play around with a little mist in the back tree area here. All right. Feel free to chat with me. The battery may or may not go dead. I'll realize that once I see the battery light come on. I like this DSLR camera here. It gives me a much clearer, sharper picture. Okay. So that's why I'm kind of partial to it. All right. Okay, enough mumbling. Let's get into a little titanium white. With this wipe a bit here. What I don't have is blue, and I really should touch on a little light blue, even if it's just a little bit of it. I'll just use a little bit of light blue. I didn't put it on here because I didn't think about it at the time. I just use a slight touch of blue. Okay. Let's see if I do it there. And I'll get a little touch of blue and put it into the white. All right. And I'll try to wipe a whole bunch of this off. I'm not gonna use any glycerin. I'll just stumble on some of this bush white. And I'll get some fog rolling in here. Really light. I'll come in here. Very light. Come through. Come up a little bit. And you're really scraping dust. Very light touch of getting it in there so you can see through the details. I'm gonna have it go behind the barn here. Okay. Like so. A little patch of something there. So I'll trail it behind the barn a little bit. And I'll probably get in another little patch. Probably a larger patch somewhere there. Now you might see my camera flashing. It's probably a poor HDMI connection that I have to mess with. I've unfortunately paid a great chunk of money when I dropped the camera one time at recording a funeral. And then I paid $400 to get it repaired, and then I dropped it again. I was, as you could imagine, thoroughly upset. But that's what happened. That's why you probably see the occasional in and out there. All right, this paint's already starting to dry up, which is actually pretty good. That's good for doing that. I'll lightly scumble in, nice little patch in here. I need a little more. If it's starting to do it a little too much, I might have to fix that. I can see it popping in and out. I didn't notice it. And I'll make it really airy, really light. I'll just bring it and end it around in here somewhere. I'll probably get a little solid in there. Somehow I gotta get you guys to talk. But I understand, if you don't want to talk, you just want to watch and listen. I understand that too. That's cool. Now there's gonna be trees in front of this, so it's okay. Okay. Actually, I should have did the road and then add the fog, but I can also go back over it again. I just want to get a little something going in there before I put the trees in. Okay, I really should put the road in right now, or not the road, the walkway or the path, and I should do that really right now. At least sketch it in there to see where I want things. Well, I guess I can do a little bit of that right now. I can take the barn off and show you exactly what I did, because like I said, I did a little extra with it, and I'll explain that. Since I did the majority of the painting, I'm not going to do that, right? I have to be careful, because when I did this is on watercolor paper, so, and I put the tape on here, but I put it on when it was a little wet, so hopefully a lot of it don't peel off. I just have to be extra careful. So I'll see how bad it is when I peel this off. So I have to be really careful. Hopefully I don't peel off the paint, because like I said, it was wet a wee bit. A little more than a wee bit, but it was wet. And I'll tell you what I've done with it. Like I said, I did a little more than what I would usually do for a barn. That's why I was thinking of maybe glazing this thing later. It depends on how things are going and how I feel. As we move on with this. So we'll see. I'm just carefully pulling and moving it. Make sure I don't tear up anything too much. Alright, so I tore it a little bit here, but that's okay. Can I bring that back? That thing. Yeah, it might stick, it might not, but it doesn't matter at this point. Look, we got a little tear here, but this also doesn't matter. I guess take that off of there. Okay, so as you see there with the barn, I did a little bit more. And what I did with the barn And I penciled it out. I used a thin line marker to mark it in waterproof marker. Then I took some India ink that I barely ever use, that I really should use. And I just did a watercolor method of fading the black. It turns into different shades of gray. So I take a paintbrush and some water, and I go along the bottom of the roof line. I'll take the black, make a black line, then I'll take some water in a tiny brush, and I'll just touch the tip of that paint. It just spider and spread out, and it gives you the effect that you see here. Okay, and it's the same thing over here, and the same thing here. So it looked like a shadow. And the reason why I did it is because I will more or less glaze the barn, so you don't really lose too much of the detail of what I've put in here for it. All right, I've got wood panels and stuff going on with it. So, but that's what we have here for the barn. So with all the muted colors, it still looks like a black and white photograph there of yonder barn. But that's what I've done for this. Okay, all right. Let's quickly sketch in like a little dirt road or something. So I'll use some of this brown here. Slight touch of white in it, and a little hint of yellow. All right, well, this should work. This should be okay. And we'll get a nice little dirt road going. All right. Okie dokie. And we'll kind of place it here. Now you gotta get your perspective in order, really. So I'm gonna just eye it here where I want this thing. And then here we go. I'll just kind of have it scroll on out here. And I'll probably have it disappear a little bit, like that. And go to a point, let it disappear right around in there. Probably straighten it out here a little bit. And I'll have it kind of disappear a little. All right. This other one here, I can have it come out. I'll come from the bottom here. And I'll try to keep it in this perspective. All right. And like that. I'll come here, bring it out with me here. I'll flip the brush around. I got a little more paint there. Just like so. And I'll probably have him just trail out a little bit more. I'll white him out a little bit. Gets a little whiter. It's coming away from the barn, so it spreads out there. Let's get some more of this color. And I'll bring it out a little bit more out here. Just widen it up a little bit here. I was contemplating having it curve, but I think not. I think I'll just kind of let it go straight. Get some more of your brown. Get a little bit of yellow in that brown. Get a little touch of white. Put it in there. And bring some of that color back to us here. And if it's a different color, it's all right. I'll just have it go straight this way. Widen it out and let it do what it do. Okay. And it's all right if it's a different color. Just keep adding that color in there. And once again, I'm just fleshing it out. Blocking it in. All right, something like that. All right. Hello, Jessica. How are you? Okay. As I'm looking at it, I might as well concentrate on doing it here as well. I'm going to use a little dry brush. So I'm going to get a little touch of white. I'll put it right here. Okay. My brush is still a little wet. It's okay. Take some of that brown, put it in there, and brighten it up like that. Okay. And I'll use this just for some of the grain of the road of the path. Just like that. Okay. In here, I'll go in a straight line, which will look angled. So it's actually me going in a straight line like this. Straight line. Just like that. If it doesn't show well, that's all right. Still in a straight line. Because I just get some more of that color. I just get some more white. A little touch of brown in there. I can see the flickers. Like I say, it's the HDMI cable. Keep it nice and straight. And I'll keep it going. As long as it's straight. Let it break and do whatever it's doing. It's all right. I'm just showing some rough patches in the road. Okay. I can probably get some lighter patches this way. It's a little closer to us. All right. Okay. I'm going to try to create some dark. I don't have blue. So I get a little bit of brown. I'll put it here. Touch of green. And touch of red. That green and red is really going to darken stuff up here, as you can see. I don't necessarily have it black. When it dries, it'll be close to that anyway. And I'll take this and I'll make some lumpy little shadow up around in here. Not very even. So you got like a little shadow gully here. It just turns into kind of a line right in here. One of the advantages of painting like this is that most of your painting is already dry. You don't really have to worry about staining your hands, staining the painting. Okay, but as you can see, now you got a little bit of depth in that. You follow me? I'll just take some of this and create a quick little shadow from where the do it here too. Quick little piece of shadow there, just like that. All right. As I'm looking at things here, we're good. Okay. I do have a smaller brush, and I'm going to utilize that with the dark. I think I'm going to put the posts in before I continue with the fog, because I have to go over the road and over the fence post with the fog, of course. All right. Let's take a little tiny brush, a little baby brush. All right. Brush looks like it's just been born or something. I don't see Sonia. Sonia's in here. That's Jessica Wolfberry. Yeah, I don't see Sonia in here tonight. Nope, that's Jessica. That is Jessica. All right, let's get a little bit more brown. Let's do this phthalo in the brown. Really dark. Pop a little touch of red in there. Red is really mixing in with that green. Okay. It's a nice little way to get almost a black, but not so harsh. That's black. India ink black, so it's super dark. All that is super dark Indian ink black. All right. Okay, I shall put some posts in here. Let's start from over here. there. Come in pretty close. I'll highlight the post because you really can't see it well. I'll probably end up blurring this down a little bit. And usually it's just a slight touch. And I'll kind of put it here. It goes a little bit below the yeah, I seen it that time. Really seen it. I'm also not directly hooked to this computer. It's going by Wi-Fi, so that's very undependable. So we might have some issues tonight. We'll see. Because I know other people were having little issues also. So okay, we'll do some of that here also. I don't doing it in front of my barn, which is not really painted yet. It's all right. We got ways around that. These have to be a little taller. Like I said, I'll highlight these fellows so you'll be able to see them. They're taller, spaced a little further apart. Let us know that they're a little closer. And they get spaced out more and more and get a little taller as they come closer to us. So I'll make them a little taller too. I don't have to make them super picture perfect because there'll be large trees in front of these. So we'll strategically place these guys in there. If there's a little trouble going on with this, I'll have to stop and straighten it out a little. Space it out, make it a little taller. Matter of fact, they could almost just about come across the road there, up above. So we can have established some depth, even with these fellas. That might be for this one. I don't think I'm gonna put another one there. I think that will be fine. And what I'll do, I can easily do that with a little bit of white. I'll put some white in here. Won't be totally white. I'll contaminate it with this darker color here. But all I need is a touch. And I'll do it right here. Might be need to be a little brighter. I can easily do that. And all I want to do is just showcase and highlight where the light is coming from. Okay. And the placement of these guys. And if some of your posts aren't up to snuff, you know, this is a way to kind of help even it out a little bit. You see me stop periodically because I want to make sure the stream is still going on here. And I have to be careful that I don't make them really too crazy looking. road is not really the highlight of the piece, but still, you want to kind of make it look decent. All right. Invisible. Let's take a liner brush. I'll wet it up a little bit. Let's go back into that whitish color there. And these, I'll make it a little brighter. And with such small detail, you gotta kind of be pinpoint on. You might see a little bit of my head and my back, but I don't think you'll really see me totally obscure this painting. And I'll just quickly add these bright details way back here. Sometimes this is just a short little dot. All right. Now this is acrylic, so it does get darker when it dries, so it might look a little loud to you. But it's not really. I'll probably pop a couple right in here too. Just have it keep going. Okay. All right. I probably don't have to do much more than just to add that, but I am going to go and do extra because that's just me. I'm going to add like little wire, little barbed wire like things to it. And now I got to get this paint like an E consistency. This brush might be a little too thick for what I want to do, so I won't do it. I'll do it with a strip liner. Strip liners are much narrower and longer brush for something like this. Nobody really knows that I'm on unless they get the notification, even if we're even up. So I know this is pretty elite to do this. All right, now I'll just add nice little wires. I might want to brighten that up a little bit. That might be a little on the dull side. So I'll brighten that up. It's really using just the tip of the brush. I might go to a white almost. And it's a perspective, so we'll really get these nice and narrow. Still gonna be bright enough to be seen, but you gotta have a lot of care in doing them when you do stuff this small. Like I say, I'm gonna dip into my titanium white, mix it in with this gray, just to get it bright enough for it to be seen. And the reason why is because there's gonna be some large trees in front of this, obscuring this fence, and that's okay. Just like that. I'm gonna come and do the same thing over here. Same thing. Oh, let's continue this actually. Have it go this way. There. Paint's a little thick. We'll loosen up the paint. Keep it moving. I don't even know if you guys are still here. But it's okay, I'll keep talking anyway. I'm using water more than glycerin because water dries. All right. And so I can add other effects to it in a short amount of time. One of the upsides of acrylic paint. All right. Yep, I don't care. The tiniest bit of wire gonna add it. People will be looking for these details. You know, if they choose to buy this, or even if it never sold, still, it's still there. You can see them. Okay. All right. Okay. Now that I've done that, I'll wait a few seconds. We'll continue with the, I think I'll use a raggedy brush to do it. We'll add some more mist in here. Because as of right now, the mist, the way it appears behind the fence. And I don't want it to be behind the fence. I kind of want it to be clouded over a little bit. And it's dry enough for me to do that. So once again, I'll get a little bit of white. Slightest touch of blue and white. Put it right in the brush there. And very, very, very lightly, I'll do the little circle thing here. And put some of that mist right in the road. Okay. Make it a little heavier here. Spots. Right up the fence there. I'll have it kind of cross the fence a little bit. Come into this area. At this point, it's just disappear. Like that. Very lightly. Add some more. There. That will work. All right, just like that. Okie dokie then. We'll be coming back to that mist making a little bit later. Okay. Let's make our first tree. I need a relatively thick brush full of hairs for this. I'm gonna paint what I would call affectionately a willy tree. What that is that my instructor, his name was Wilson Bigford, he came up with these type of pine trees. They're really full, okay, and they're really great for Christmas paintings. They give that type of look. Well, I'm gonna do a few of those in here. Okay, all right. So they're pretty neat. It does take plenty of paint, and so I'll start off with a little bit of brown. We'll put it red in here, and some green in that brown. That we'll mix it in. A little more brown. Now I like that color, but it needs to be darker. I need to have a nice base color for this. Now when it's a little bit on the red side like that, now this type of green got blue in it, so it'll go from that red. And you really need plenty of paint for this. Put it in bristles there. Okay, so I'll do my first one. I want it right about here. And what I'll do is I'll tap. And as I'm tapping, I'll go slowly to the left and right. You can make these trees as thin or thick as you want. It's really up to you. And I'll make it disappear probably a little bit into the fog there, like that, real light. I think that would be actually great. Just like that, because it looks like it's popping out of the fog. Okay, look at that. Something in my eye, hold on. Okay. So these type of trees really need a nice base color. All right, we're gonna do another one. We'll put it right here. A slightly taller one, taller and probably a little thinner. Come here. Now, this is my preference. I like a tree that's kind of full in the center. Just like that. And we'll make him disappear too. Down in there, we'll spread him out, just like so. Okay. All right. I'm going to put another one in there. Slightly larger fellow. Well, before I do that, let's do something else. I'm going to show you something. I don't show you guys this too many times. Let's say if I want a tree behind that barn. No problem. Just depending on where I want to put it. I'll roll off a piece of tape here. So I'll cover up this part of the barn. Wait, gotta be careful. Where I want to place the tape here. I don't have a pair of scissors, so I'll just fold it. Okay, so I got this corner kind of masked. All right, so I'll put a willow tree right in there. Not as tall, but I'll put it approximately right here. And I'll spread them out like that. Spread them right out, just like so. So I got one there. Okay. All right. I can probably pop another one in there. Get a slightly thinner one right here. Just like that. See? All right. Okay. There's still going to be another one in there. All right, here we go. Now, I want a slightly lighter color for the tree. So I'll go back into this green. I'll put the green right in here. Okay. Usually I would thin this paint because a thinner paint does stick to a thicker paint. But I won't do it this time. And I'll come on this side. And I'll lightly just head to the other. Just like that. And I'll come over here, add a few in here. Alright. Come back into the paint. I'll just get a little more paint there. That's so touch of white. Well, you know what? I think the blue would be better. Okay. I'll come here and don't drag, you just touch. I'll do both sides. A little more on the right-handed side. You don't want to get rid of all the dark that you have. All right. These are really nice ways to fluff out tree. And you do it with the fall colors. It looks really spectacular. All right. I still have enough paint to mess with this one a little bit. Just like that. And just don't get rid of all the darker color. All right. Now, I'll take a little bit of yellow. Pull that yellow up a little bit more. And a slight touch of white. You add the highlight. Be very, very sparse with it. Okay. And the light is coming from this side. All right. So this part of the barn will be lighter. This will be darker. So I will come here and just add a little uneven like that. See, and I'll skip around a little bit. Some comes further in. Not as much when you get down below. Okay. Same thing here. It's like a carbon copy. And put it on top of the branches that are sticking out there. You put some down here, but it's really out here. Like that. All right. Very easy. Very easy. It's just getting accustomed to doing it. So I'll show you what type of brush to use to get these interesting little effects going. Give me a few seconds here. Okay. If you look on there, so a brush like this is pretty full. Okay, it's packed full of bristles like that. Okay. All right. Now, with me doing that and making the trees appear to disappear in the mist, I don't have to add anything extra to it. All right. Okay. But now I can remove the tape. And you just carefully remove the tape, and it gives the appearance of the trees being directly behind the barn. No fuss, no muss. There you go. Just like elf magic when you eat a bowl of cereal. All right. Or a box of cookies. I think that was the commercial. Okay, I am going to add another tree, a bigger one, but it's going to probably obscure the barn. It's fine, but I'm going to put, it'd be another one here, one substantial size, maybe around in here somewhere. I'm going to put another tree in there. Like I say, it all depends on how far I want to go with this. Right now, we've been up for 47 minutes, so we shall see. I do want to place one in here. I want to place one in here right now, but it's really not the right time yet to do that. All right, and since it's not, we go on to the next subject. We'll just start to do a first glaze or two of the barn. Okay, I'm going to have to get some tape and fasten my little, I got a little glisten cup. Not this big massive one I got directly in front of me, and I don't want to mess with that. So I'll just take some tape, roll it into a circle, stick it on the bottom of the cup, put the cup right there, and hopefully it stays in place. I know you don't see the cup, but the cup is right there. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get since we're working with a glaze, I'll use this brush. This is one of my newer brushes. It is a 1/2 inch flat. All right. Synthetic. Okay. I'll dip into my glycerin and I'll put it right here, as a matter of fact, right in this ugly stuff right in here. Some of this mud right in here. All right. Now, the more glycerin you use, okay, then paint is going to turn into a glaze and you can manipulate it. You see that color? Right there. Very thin color. All right. So, what color do I want the barn? I don't know yet. I'll probably use a little bit of yellow in there. Now that it turned a little greenish, it's okay. Get some red. Okay. And let's go back to the mud and turn it back to some creepy looking brownish red thing going on there. We'll use that. Okay. That's cool. Remember, there's plenty of glycerin on here. All right. Okay, this go here. It's got to be light and thin enough to where you're not obscuring all of the wood grain. Okay. Now, since this is glycerin, I'll go experiment for this one here. Okay, that might be a little darker. I'm gonna add a little more glycerin to it. Okay. And I want it to move around. So if it's too dark, I can wipe some off while I'm doing this. And you can wipe it off. And basically it's like almost like color by numbers. But you can add all sorts of different shades to this. And I'll show you. I kind of like what I'm looking at right now, so it's all good. As you can see, Okay, you're not really making any of that black disappear. It actually helps accentuate what you're looking at. All right. Okay. Let's get a little bit of yellow. I can put it where you guys can see. I'll get some yellow and I'll glaze up a bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just adding a little bit of sunlight to various parts of this guy. Probably a little bit more yellow. Now yellow is semi-transparent anyway, so you're not really hurting anything. So I'll put some of that in like this. And it just lets you know that this is where the kind of the brighter side is. We'll put some in the corner. And we'll shine that up a little bit right in here. Okay, just like that. And just leave it alone. Let's go back into our mix here again. The glaze. If you need more paint, you can just add the paint into the glaze. Or if you feel you added too much, you can always wipe it away. Okay. All right. And here we go. You put it right on top of that yellow, it's all right. So like that. Let's get some more. Once again, this part, the glazing, is fun. It's more like color by number type of deal. Now, I'm on watercolor paper, so you kind of have a different look, a different feel if you were using, if you were on canvas doing it. The effect is still the same. It's just the paper. It's so thin, basically. Now, water will remove the stuff like a hot knife with butter. Okay. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm dipping into my glycerin. I'm like, I'm right here on the corner. You guys can see this. Go back into the color I've already made and just add it to the glycerin. That. Really simple to do. And as you can see, I'm just doing a section at a time. Just like that. I'll color this in a little bit. As it dries, you still see some of that yellow in there. Okay. And it adds the rough colored nature of the barn. And remember, this is the lighter side of the barn, alright? If you make a mistake and go into the black area, it's alright. When it dries, you're not going to see the light anyway. Remember, this glycerin is very, very maneuverable. You can move it around. Alright. There. The barn has a really rustic, natural look to it. And if you got those colors working in there. You don't necessarily have to have it back here. Okay. If there's anybody still alive there, let me know. I mean, I don't hear nothing from nobody. Okay, there's a color that I need and I do not have on here, which is slightly disappointing. And I have to add it in there, even if it's just a little bit. I might use it later. So let me go into a little bit of, I guess I'll use cobalt blue. With cobalt blue, I can darken it with a little brown, whatever. I get a little bit of cobalt, just a little touch of cobalt blue. Okay, because I'm going to work on the shaded part of the barn, so I'll just add the cobalt blue in there. All right, and I'll get some of this, mix it in with that cobalt blue. Okay, some more. I'm going to use up all of this before I add more paint. So I'm going to add this into the cobalt. All right, now that's almost a little more paint than glycerin. I have to be careful. If I get more glycerin, I'll thin all of that out. Because you can always, once again, you can either wipe it away, okay, or you can just layer a darker color over it. I'll try to get it right the first time. At least I'll try. Hey, Mary, how are you? Yes, I am working very late. This is usually my normal time, but I know it's crazy. I know. I didn't do all of what you see tonight. Well, actually, I did. I was watching somebody else's tutorial. So the only thing I did tonight really is add the trees and some mist. Okay, and I just explained how I did the painting, and that was it. So right now I'm just going to the glaze part. I explained how I got the fading on the barn. Like I said, I wish I could zoom in more on the barn. That's about as good as it's getting right there. Maybe I'll switch the lens next time. All right. Since we're concentrating on the barn, let's angle it that way. You guys get to see more of the barn. Okay. All right. I should have enough in a perfect world. We'll see. And I'll just come down this way with it. Now, if I feel that that's not, or it's too dark or whatever, I can always manipulate this because of the glycerin it's in. I can actually water it down and just make it disappear if I want, but I kind of like what I see here with it. There's still glycerin all through it. The glycerin is not going to make any of that black paint disappear at all. And it's pretty simple, almost like color, like I say, color by numbers. And now I'm on watercolor paper. I am not on canvas. So this glycerin will pretty much sink into the paper. I can still remove bits and pieces of that. Okay. Now obviously it doesn't look anything like the other side of that barn, that brownish. Not yet anyway. I can add that. So I'm not really too worried about it being that color. Okay, and you'll see in a second. I add that on here. Even though this is dark, weird gray blue color, it's all right. I'm gonna show you. This is one of the advantages of glycerin. Okay, as you can see, I can move it around. I'm doing these little striations on purpose to show you that you can still manipulate this paint. Putting it on here. I'm just tapping color. And then I'll just pull it right down. And if I go over, it's all right. Like I say, water cuts right through this stuff. See, on that little edge on the bottom, I went over a little bit, but that's all you see. Told you, cuts it right out of there. Just gets rid of it. Just instantly gets rid of it. All right, let's come over here. Let's get some more of this brown. What did I use? I used a touch of white. Line that up a little bit. I don't remember. Oh no, I need a little bit of red too. Okay. I think that would somewhat work. I need it a little darker. So add green, add brown, add the red. I'll get it right. There we go. Okay. I need it darker on that side anyway. That's more of a gray. So we can do it this way. I don't want that. I want to bring the brown back on that side. I'll just put it here. And I'll probably just use this. I think it was this, the yellow and white, but I don't want to use too much white because it'll make it chalky. Okay, I'll use this. So I'll bring some of that brownish back into it there, like this. I'm coming around in here, bring some of that brown back in there. It's just bringing the brown back into this side, just to match it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna clean off my brush really well. I'm gonna dry the brush pretty good. Okay, and just kind of rub and press it in there. Okay, just like so. Okay, all right. Actually, that color is pretty good color for the bricks there. So let's take what I got here, add a little white to it, just like this. All right, get some glycerin. I really want a lot of glycerin here, because if I put too much of this on here, it'll probably cover some of the line work, and I can wipe that away. So we're gonna come in here, and we're gonna use this for the rocks in there. It's not going to be one flat color. You'll see what I'm going to do next. Now, when you add white to whatever color, white because of its nature, the titanium white I'm referring to. All right, it has a sandy, gritty color, texture to it. All right, what you can do is I'll add some of that green to it. And I'm using the corner of the brush because actually I did that wrong. I'm sorry, my bad. I almost went the opposite way. My bad. Let's make that disappear. Get rid of that. My bad. It needs to be lighter on that side. Let's come over here. We'll make it a little bit lighter. Like that. I went the opposite way. We'll come over here, we'll make these bricks lighter. And I'm just using the corner of the brush. Let me put it in there. Just work it in there. Okay. All right. So I'll probably end up using this lighter gray. Nah, maybe, yeah, I might use some of this up here for the roof. A bit more white. I'll use this for the roof up there. I might even tint it with a little bit of red. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. Did your husband play tonight, Mary? I know it's a little late. I understand if you want to sign on out of here. But I'm curious if it's okay. Be careful here. I'm gonna touch, see where I'm at. I am a lefty and I'm used to painting upside down. I just gotta be extremely careful here on the edge of the roof. I'll keep plugging away at it till I get it all. And on this edge here, I don't want to go over the line too much. Try to keep it as straight as I possibly can. Okay, this here I fill in. See, the top I'm not too worried about because I'm pretty even-handed when it comes to this. And if you go outside the line, once again, water will fix that trouble. I got plenty of this color, so I'm not really worried about color mixing and matching. It's the same color. And watercolor paper is a different texture. Now, 90% of the painting's already dry, so I'm not worried about putting my hands anywhere at all. I'm gonna add a little texture to this roof also. Okay, as you see, I covered some of the front trim Sorry, we'll make it disappear. We'll make it go away. Okay, there you go. Let's take a little bit of blue. Blue kind of weak. Touch it with a little touch of titanium. Wait, I'm gonna take most of the paint off the brush, and we'll just come across, slide some of that across there. It's very interesting how much white we actually need to make a difference. You really would never know until you put it on there. I just want to stain it up a little bit. It's been through a battle. And I'm using the flat of the brush, so it's going to skip and do all sorts of joyous little things over here. Like that. Just rough it up a little bit, okay? Let's do a little something special with those rocks. I'll take a little tiny rigger brush here, a little short little thing here. Hold on to this bluish white, whatever. And we'll start adding little things, little rocks in here. And I'll just kind of rub my hand across them. See that? Just little gritty little things here. Little details. Just use your finger to pat it a little bit. Not way up there though. Get rid of that. And add a few more up in here. Okay. I'll take what little bit of dark I have left, and I don't have much. I'll create some real fast. A quick dab of red and green should get to you. I'll get a little brown in there. If it's a little too green, add some more red. It'll deepen up, it'll darken up for you. And I'll come in here and I'll play with little crevices in the rocks, just like this. Especially down below here. If you go down below where the house is, the barn is sitting on those rocks, you create depth, just making it a little darker, little cracks in the rocks there. Just little details like this. Just like so, especially on the shaded side of the house here. Okay. Hey, Geezer Creek, how are you? Don't remember ever seeing you, but welcome to the game. I wish I could say that I normally don't come on this late, but I would be lying to you. I'm usually on this late. On occasion, I will do it at normal, quote unquote, normal times. Quote unquote normal. All right, I'll brighten things up here with this deep red for the trim for the barn. I'll keep it as even as I can. But this guy is kind of outlining the shape of the roof, so I can't really be too sloppy with this. Once again, a lot of this is already it's already dry, so I'm not really too worried about. This is all pure paint. I got head body paint, so I have to be really careful. I don't want to really go over the lines with this. Okay. I don't want to add too much water to this. because I want it to dry, and it will dry. It's very warm in here, so it's gonna dry almost as I put it down. So it's actually a plus. I'll just come up here and get rid of some of that white. Let's extend it a little bit. Okay. So that red will actually stand out pretty good because everything else is relatively muted. It's not nothing terribly bright in this painting besides this, but we're going to take care of that too. Let me put in the other tree. Here in the back, try to keep it as even as I can. It takes somewhat of a steady hand. What you don't see me doing is moving my wrist. I will move my whole forearm, but not move my wrist. Okay. All right, we seem to be all right here. Whatever little bits of white that you might see trailing around, you can cover that up a little bit. All right, just cover it up the best you can. Okay. All right. I didn't think I was really gonna get this barn finished at any point, but apparently I just did. All right. Okay. Great. Cool. Okay. Now I will put this away. I will get a I'll use a. Could use this guy. Let's see. Yeah, I'll use this photo right here. Okay, and it's just gonna fill in some grasses around the edge here. That's gonna include this barn into the paint a little bit. I'll just get a little dark green. Maybe a touch of blue in there. Yeah, we might want to brighten that up a little bit. Add a slight touch of white. And the only reason why I'm using this color is just to incorporate the barn into a couple little taps there like this. And just incorporate. See, you got some lighter green patches in there. We'll play around with some of that light green here, just include it. All right, but I kind of pick your petals, but you can kind of pop it in there a little bit. Out here a little, just like that. This is why I'm using such a smaller brush, just like little areas in there, and put them around the poles a little bit. Okay, I'll come here and I'll add some of that down in here. And there's a hill here, so I'm gonna get a nice hill-like patch here. And then come up above. And we'll have it come down here a little bit. Something like that. Just here and there. Not necessarily in that shaded part though. In here. We're gonna glaze that. Alright. Okay, that's enough of that. Once again, I'll just want to include the barn in there. So okay. Yeah, it is definitely a hand artist function. Definitely agree with you. I'm gonna take a 1 inch fat brush. I'm gonna go back and we're gonna make some more mud. Not necessarily this garbage. We're gonna get rid of that. I don't necessarily need it anymore, so we're just gonna make it disappear. I have a waste paper basket right below me here. Oh, Mary, what I'm doing is I'm using my webcaster plugged into my computer by USB. The video card is USB, But obviously going from the webcaster is HDMI. So it's an HDMI to the USB sound card. It cost me $6 a couple years back, 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I got it. Maybe more than that. I bought 2 or 3 of them because they were only $6, something like that. So I bought 2. I tested it out. Looks excellent. And I bought a couple more. So, but that's what I'm using right now. But I'm gonna get a switcher. I have to buy a switcher because I'm looking at your text through my phone, and I'm so used to looking at my 40-inch monitor, which is now doing nothing. So what a switcher will do is I can plug the HDMI right into the webcaster, and then from there I can plug the computer separate because it has 2 outputs, and then I can plug the other one right into the TV, and so I can look at it simulcast either from the left or the right, and I can read the text. But I'm still using the webcaster. So, okay, what was I going to do? All right, started yakking. Okay, I got the barn, got the 1, 2, 3, 4 trees. Got a little bit of the mist. Okay, I'm going to add another tree in this. That I know, that's a given. Oh, I'm gonna glaze. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. All right, let's get a little bit brown. Let's put the brown here. More blue than brown. And make it in there. Okay. Turns kind of greenish. It's all right. When it turns a little bit green, add a touch of red. Darken it right up there. Now with this funky purple gray. But that's a great shadow color. Go into your glycerin. Just like that. Put the glycerin in there. Don't be scared. Put the glycerin in there. All right. Now we got glycerin shadow color here. It's like a weird purple with black in it. Okay. Beautiful shadow color. All right. The more glycerin, probably the better. Okay. I'm gonna get some glycerin. Really. More glycerin than paint because you want to glaze. You don't want to overpower all your colors. All right, but you want it a little deeper to provide depth. Okay. The left side of the barn here, the shadow side would be here. So this barn would cast a shadow. You only have 2 of those gizmos. Yeah, right now my laptop is over here on my left side. My laptop is usually over there on the other side of the room, but I also have a desktop. So, yeah, I switched computers. I got one of the better computers over here in my room now. And it's gonna go straight up the hill. Boom. Right from here, straight up. It's gonna go up the hill, right up here. All that shadow will be up that way. Just like so. Okay. That shadow right in there. Shadow right up. It's going right up the hill. Boom. Alright. So there's your barn. Right in there. Alright. I can shade the rest of this. All this here, I darken it because I think it's just too bright. So I can kind of do one of those numbers and shade that up. Just like that. Okay. And we'll get some more glaze. We'll come up here real kind of. Yeah. I can put a little bit of it right in here too. Because there is a hill here. So I can kind of shadow the hill a little bit, just like that. But you see what's going on? You see how easily I can do this? You're not destroying the colors. You still see the colors. But you can also make the hill come out a little bit more. That dark, put it right here. Put it in there. Don't be so scared. Put it in there. It's not but shadow. Okay. There. Okay. Like so. Now you got a little plateau there. All right. Just like that. You still see your details and everything. It's just a little subdued right now. Okay. All right. That's enough of that. Like I said, I didn't think I would be done with barn that fast. Now, the glazing technique is just not only for barns. You can use the glazing technique, obviously, for portraits, for animals, and such. Okay. Are you sure, Mary? Because I know I sent you a diagram of how to hook everything up. I can understand why your Woodcaster won't take a webcam. Oh my God, I gotta go through this here. I don't understand, because if I hit the tab, it switches there. You see the mess up there, and now I'm like in this little box here. Okay, you see I'm in this little area right here. All right, and then you look up there, and you see the other palette. You should be able to do that. You got the same switcher I have. All right, but what you're looking at up there, that's the webcam. All right, I hit the tab button again, it switches everything back. I'm here, the webcam is right there. Okay, so I don't get it. I don't know why yours is what it was doing. Oh, now you want to be difficult going up there. I usually could switch this thing. Switch my, there it is. I can switch my window to wherever I want it to be. Okay, if it chooses that to activate. Right now, it wants to go left and right, but it will go up and down also. Right now, it doesn't want to do that, but I can't get it to do that. There we go. Okay, so I can switch it to wherever I want it to go. You should really be able to do the same. Your HDMI right off the back of the unit should go right into the input of your switcher, and then the output can go into the into your laptop through that sound video card. So yeah, I got 3 cameras. Well, I got 2. I got a camcorder, which I don't have on. Then I have the DSLR, which is that guy back there. Okay, and then I have the webcam, which is right here. So if I turned on my other camera, then I would switch the camera function, and you would see it. So I don't. It really bothers me that yours don't work, because yours is the same one I have. Here's the function. Okay. Okay, so you guys would actually see it that way. Okay, and then, the webcam would be probably channel 1 with my face. It would be up there. Okay, so I don't understand why it's giving you that hassle. To be honest with you, it kind of disturbs me. You definitely might have to get that straight and see what's going on. Just bring it back there. Like I say, your setup is just like mine. It should work. The only difference is that I have a lapel mic going into my DSLR. That's why you hear my voice very strong above the background music if it's playing. I think the background music's playing. But my voice is going through the DSLR camera. Okay. Periodically, you're going to see a little flash go on. That's because my DSLR, I dropped it twice. And so I think the micro HDMI is a little messed up, and that's what caused the issue. And I just have to mess with it to make it secure again. So that's what's going on with that. That's why you see it doing that. It's flashing periodically once in a while. All right, let's plant a damn tree. I'm looking for a brush. I can probably use this brush. I should use a slightly larger one, but I can get away with this. This is like the last part of the paint here. All right, so we have our mist in the background behind these 2 trees. We have mist going over the gate. Then we have mist coming here. We have no mist going over the barn because I kind of want another tree somewhere in there. All right, I know you only see one tree because if you see a little video Terrence doing, that's the camera back there. I'm doing that. I gotta straighten that out. I won't straighten it out now. It's a little late. And we're almost 90 minutes into this. So, all right. I'm not gonna make a tree really too immense because I don't want to really take away from the barn too much. Okay. But I'm gonna put a tree in there. Before I do that, let's get some before I do that, we're gonna kind of pop a shadow here. You know, you got a tree here. I'm gonna kind of bring it this way somewhere like that. And I get the rest of this. And we got a shadow for a tree there. A little bit past there. Have it come down a little bit and play around in here a little bit like that. So we got a little bit of a shadow. We'll even shadow some of that shade there. Or some of the mist there. We got a tree there. Two of them. Okay. All right, now that we did that, let's go here. Let's create some dark stuff. A little bit of brown, a little bit of green in there. Now, umber has green in it, so you just need more green. Take some red. It'll kind of kill that real quick, fast, and in a hurry. See? You keep playing with colors like this, and you add a deep blue, you're gonna get a natural kind of a black. That's not a really solid jarring black. Okay. All right. And we'll kind of pound this to death. Okay. Thank you, Rosemary. Yeah, I'm reading your comments, Mary. We're almost through. Now, the placement, there is going to be a tree, but where do I want it? Do I really want it? Now, if I put it here, it will somewhat frame the barn, believe it or not. So I don't really want it in the front. It's too close to this cluster, so it's gonna have to be somewhere over here. But I don't want absolutely huge. Okay. We'll put it here. We'll start right here. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm going from the left to the right. Okay. I don't want the tree too large, so I'm kind of controlling that. I get more of this mess. The middle part of the tree I always want pretty thick. Out here, we can play and we can kind of extend it out just like that. Because I don't want the tree too large. But I want him large. Let's spread him out here a little bit. I want him large, but I don't want it monstrously large. And he has to be large enough to kind of go up to the top here. Kind of give him a little there. Get him up a little bit there. Just a little bit here and there. So it's kind of a little dance you do. You want them big, but not too big. You follow me? That should work, more or less. That should work. Let's get some light blue, and let's get some light pop that in like that. Usually, if you use a thinner paint, just stick to this stuff. But I'm using a lot of this, and we're gonna do some gentle little touches here. Pretty gentle like this, and you kind of patch it. You come inside a little bit, but I really wanted to hang around on the outside a little. Okay, you create your little pine bits like that. Spread it a little bit and get a little path going with these guys. You can bring some on the other side, like so. Not too much, but I'm gonna bring a few bits over there. Okay, all right. Let's go a little bit more white. I'll tease some yellow in there. There's a method to madness. And then we'll very lightly, kind of, probably on the outside edge there. I don't really want to mess around too much in the inside. So you want the sunlight to kind of hit these guys. You got to get used to doing stuff like this. You will get accustomed to it. All right, so like that. You can bring a couple on the other side if you would like that. One dangling over there somewhere like this, a little grouping there. Okay, all right. What I did not add, if you notice, I didn't add any tree trunks in these guys. I don't feel it really needs any tree trunks for these, so I won't put any tree trunks in there. I'll take some of this natural green here, and I'm just gonna spruce up the dark part there. Okay. Now you don't have to make it super bright, just to know that you got some green over here. Okay. Bring some of that, fade it into the light area a little bit. Somewhere in the shadows there. Come do it down there on the bottom, like that. I'll center this painting and show you what it looks like. We're pretty much done. I'll throw a signature there. We're through. Where's my script layer? There it is, right in the front of my face. I do have pins thin enough for me to put my finger. I'm just used to the script layer. I'm just too used to the brush. Force I have it, I guess. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's make this disappear. I'll put it right about there. Let's go back a bit like that. All right, that should have focused it pretty good. Excuse my hand. All right, let's throw my signature in here. I do appreciate you guys staying up with me to the witching hour. I gotta get up at 8 in the morning. I got church service. But do you think I'll go to sleep after this? Are you kidding me? I won't go to sleep till 2 o'clock. All right. Years ago, we'd have snow on the ground already. Okay, as I'm looking at this, and I'm looking still, there is something I'm going to do, because this is one of the downsides of using stark black. It really sticks out like a sore thumb. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of white. We'll put it right here. This thin brush. Okay, I have to be very careful here, and I will strategically, forgive my head being in the way, I will strategically just slide some imaginary foggy stuff right up in there like that. real strategically. Okay, really sneaky. Pure titanium white. Wipe a lot of it off the brush. I have to be careful here over the glazed stuff. I'll just kind of play with it in here. The glaze, I'm gonna make it a little bit brighter over the glazed area. Over the glazed area here, you see, you just tap, 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 and keep it moving. Just like that. And just tap away. Like say, titanium white will cover death. Freaking stuff will cover anything. Here we go. This is just a sick way for me to just kind of, do something with that black in there. And that's the only reason why I'm doing it. To be honest with you. To be completely honest with you, just get rid of some of that black. Really. Even when you add mist, it takes that barn. That brings the barn back more. As you can see. Alright. Back here. We'll continue the love back here. Just like this. Okay, I wipe my finger. I'll say to kill some of that, but it's back there. Just like so. Alright. And I can brighten it up a little bit. Just a slight bit there. Okay. All right, I really think we're all right, really. I don't want to do that. Maybe just a little bit of something up in here. Once again, I just want to kill some of that black in there. You can be really, 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 really cunning with this stuff. Just like that. All right. So, okay. Now I promise I'll peel the tape off. I'm done. I swear I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I stay up to about 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm going to have to use the alarm because I helped some of the guys in the church clean out the church garage, which probably hasn't cleaned up in literally 40 years. And I came 2 hours late. So I will be using an alarm for tomorrow. I have to open up the place and get everything set, and I have to plate tomorrow. So my days gonna be long. So, one day tomorrow. Okay. All right, there you go. I think the camera's in focus, and you guys can check that out. I do have a beach towel on my lap in case I spill stuff, to which I am very prone to do. But anyway, there you go. That's it. All right. I like it. It's cool. I think I've done what I set out to do with it, with the barn. I know I concentrated a lot on color, on shading that one side of the barn, but you see 8% of that side of the barn is gone. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the flow of the painting is still there. Okay. I knew I was going to put a tree somewhere around here, but since I have 4 here, I needed a 5th tree. Okay. And I knew I needed one in the foreground, but I couldn't put it here. Okay. If I did, then these guys would be over here on that side. Okay, so it's a composition thing. A little balance there. All right, the mountains back there with the fall colors are muted because I took the same blue here and I mixed it into the orange and red and green. So you got a muted mountain back there. So I could mute the mountain, put it back there without adding any mist or any fog, really. All right, you still see the other tree line back there. Then we have mist in front of the tree line, which brings all of that back. Then you got obviously trees that bring the fog back, and then the fog brings the trees back, and it brings the barn back, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there you go. I don't know if you would call it a typical Bob Ross painting on his birthday, but I should have did a mountain painting to celebrate his 80th birthday. So, but thank you, Will Mary. Hey, yep, go nighty night. Mary, don't blame you. I know you'll be up with the dogs. I know. Yep, everybody have a happy Sunday. Be good. I shall see you guys when I see you. I am done. Everybody take care.